Our speaker this morning is somebody very special in my life. He's a brother from a different mother. Reverend David and I have a special kind of relationship. He's like my baby brother that I never got to have. I love him with all my heart, and I encouraged him to be part of our ministerial team. And I'm really glad that I did. Reverend David is a gifted healer. He's a great speaker. He's a good listener. And as far as being a support person, he's A1 in my book. And so I'd like you to help me welcome to the platform Reverend David Shaw.
Well, I don't know how to live up to that introduction, but back at you, kid.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Spirit asked me to talk about spring and taking the energy of the season to build ourselves up physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When I searched the internet for spring blooming energy articles, I found this one that made some references to my topic. Bloom where you are planted, a phrase we often hear, suggests that we should thrive no matter our circumstances. At face value, it's a call to resilience, to find strength and purpose wherever we find ourselves. Yet, the simplicity of the phrase belies the complexity of what it truly demands. The Bible, rich with stories of endurance, faith, and transformation, offers profound insights into this very concept. It shows us that while blooming where we're planted is divinely inspired, it is by no means an easy path. In the following sections in this article, we'll explore biblical wisdom that helps navigate the challenges of growing in grace, even when the soil of our circumstances seems barren. To bloom where you are planted means to make the best of the circumstances we find ourselves in, to grow and contribute positively, no matter the environment. It's about flourishing spiritually, emotionally, and physically. I would add mentally. Drawing from an inner wellspring of faith and resilience, even when external conditions are less than ideal. This concept isn't just about making do, it's about transformation and growth. It echoes the biblical principle found in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This verse reassures us that regardless of our present circumstances, God has a grand design for our lives. It's a reminder that our current situation is not our final destination. Now, I encourage you all to search the internet for the article, Bloom Where You Are Planted, A Spiritual Journey. The author, Christina Donaldson, has a lot of great insights on this subject. Another way to be fed by the energy of spring was referenced in the Beatles song that Reverend Carroll chose. In Mother Nature's Son, Paul McCartney sang, "Find me in my field of grass, Mother Nature's son. Swaying daisies sing a lazy song beneath the sun." To me, those lyrics encourage us to not only go outside to bask in the sun, being fed by those cosmic rays, but also connect to the field of grass, the top layer of the skin of Mother Earth, to be comforted by her touch. Finally, the swaying daisies sing a lazy song, which to me wants us to be relaxed and confident while we accept these energies to use to grow in this new year of sprouting potential. I say relaxed because it's a much better reception mindset and attitude than being stressed and worried. And also, I say confident because while you will receive even if you don't believe, if you're confident in the truth of what I'm saying, then it just flows. You don't have to work for it. Now, another article on the internet, 7 Spiritual Meanings of Flowers Blooming, says, seeing the first flower bloom in spring after a long winter can remind us of important life lessons. Flowers aren't just beautiful, they carry deep meanings about growth, renewal, love, and more. This look into the spiritual significance of flowers shows us the bigger picture behind their beauty, encouraging us to think about what they can teach us in our own lives. Blooming flowers symbolize a fresh start, representing awakening and renewal. As we witness the unfolding petals, it's a sign to embrace changes, marking a period of inner transformation. Just like nature's cycles, our journeys are filled with phases of growth and rebirth. Observing the delicate blooms, we're reminded that every season of our life serves a purpose. This natural process mirrors our own path to enlightenment, where each step forward is a move toward a brighter, more enlightened self. Let the blooming flowers be a metaphor for your personal development, urging you to shed old habits and bloom into your fullest potential. This article by Nina Redford, 7 Spiritual Meanings of Flowers Blooming, also has many great ideas and insights, so I encourage you all to search for that on the internet as well. Now, our second song today, Colors of the Wind, from the movie Pocahontas, was sung by Vanessa Williams, and she sang, but I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. One of my favorite authors is Ursula K. Le Guin, who passed in 2018. One of the many award-winning things she wrote is a children's series about the Earthsea planet and universe. That's a child's fantasy series where the importance of language shows in the power of words. Specifically, within the Earthsea realm, knowing the true name of someone or something gives one power over them. And as a result, sharing one's true name with another is an act of complete trust. My example is there's some guides that I only tell people that I'm really close to, and I don't tell anyone else because I don't want anyone to take advantage of that. Now back to the song lyric. Pocahontas is saying that being willing to learn the name of every rock and tree and creature shows that you want to be trustworthy and will honor that beings, the named person, object, etc., true nature and purpose, their purpose in God's plan. Now, one of the great experiences in my life was when I learned about communicating with trees. What I mean is this process. You hug a tree, preferably one that your arms encircle like halfway around or so. The big giant ones, like really old oak trees or sequoias or something, you can do it, but it's not, I don't know. And little tiny trees, like we have a new oak in our front yard that's only like this big around so far, so that doesn't work as well either. But a nice big maple or oak that's, like about 3 feet in diameter maybe, that's a perfect size. And so after you wrap your arms around it, you send your spiritual roots deep into the earth, asking Mother Earth to feed and support you. Then you send your spiritual limbs, branches, and leaves into the sky, asking Father Sun to feed and uplift you. Then you stay there, in the moment, being here now, for 10 or 15 minutes, just being. And you take in what you get. And I do it a few times a year, ever since I learned that 30 years ago or more. When you're finished, you say thank you to Mother Earth, to Father Sun, and to the tree who just shared this experience with you. And some of the times, man, I felt the age. Like I hugged a 200-year-old oak tree, and it's like, wow. And, this is like 30 years ago, so now it's 230. It's like that tree has experienced a lot. It was really enlightening and uplifting. This exercise is a wonderful way to bring spring energy into your body, into your aura, and into your life. Finally, I want to mention another rite of spring. The NFL draft, where teams select new players for their next season, is being held in Detroit this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Spirit wanted me to bring this up to warn you that downtown Detroit is going to be crazy Thursday night. I mean, that might be the biggest event in the city's history. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of fans attending from across the country and the globe. Just in downtown Detroit. Hundreds of thousands. It's like going to be the Red Wings parade times 3 or something. If you remember those, or the Tigers back when they won in '84. Some of you are too young for that. Well, one of us is. But anyway, I wanted to bring it up because this is another example of spring bringing in new energy, new life that feeds, supports, and grows the collective. In this case, the teams of the NFL getting new blood. Now, each of us is also a collective. Individually, we're a collection of cells, organs, muscles, bones, and brain, plus the non-physical parts. Or as a group, we're congregants of the Center of Enlightenment, and we're also citizens of the state of Michigan. Or as imperfect spirit poured into imperfect bodies, we're participants in the great free will experiment of infinite intelligence. Now, if giant corporations can take advantage of the boundless energies of spring to feed themselves, who are we not to? So I encourage you all to go forth and feed on the nectar, the ambrosia, the energy that God has provided. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention.